I'll tell you, and I know this is a crazy thing that I'm gonna say, so don't. I know that this would never happen, but it's like taking over Star Wars and having the original trilogy, the trio there, and focusing on other characters. When you could just bring Luke, Han, and Leia back, no one would ever.
Nobody
do
would
that.
ever
No one would do it that way. Oh, you mean like
So,
that? It's like
yeah.
taking those three main characters and like giving them their own movie and never putting them in a scene together. Yeah, that
it
would
would
be
never
fucking
happen.
insane.
It would never happen.
That would be terrible.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people accuse us saying like, "Oh, these guys are just." We know this would never happen. We're just, it's,
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
we're
this
just
is-
comparing it. So, you know,
Nerdrotic.com.
Hey, so we got some nerd stuff to talk about.
We
I
do.
just made a video on it, but we haven't talked about it together. So James Gunn is rebooting the DC universe again. Technically, if you want to go way back to 2006, it's the fourth or fifth time that they've tried to reboot something, not counting all the other bullshit they've done with the CW. It's been 3 times in the last 10 years. They did a soft one amidst the Snyder reboot. The reboot within Snyder was just getting rid of Zack Snyder, right? So, and again, we need to go over why they went like, fuck Zack. We already know all that bullshit. But he did get fucked over. His daughter did leave this world, leave this mortal coil on her own, and that was going to delay the movie, and they engineered a way to get rid of him. And and all that management is gone now. They're fucking scum. It's way too effing late, and it's like, and it makes no sense. It is some Jackson Pollock shit. It is. They threw a bunch of stuff. A couple things sound good. Most of it sounds like things James Gunn is very comfortable with. It sounds like the Gunverse. So we went from the Snyderverse to the Gunverse, and thank God that Jason Momoa, Ezra Miller, Amber Heard, James Gunn's wife, is still around, but not Henry Cavill. They got rid of that toxic Henry Cavill. Oh my God! Oh, were they in my home theater?
Yeah.
It looks like they're in my home theater.
James Gunn and Peter Safran chilling right here. They're just on like.
They said it was tiny. On the article I was reading, they said it was very, very tiny.
I like kind of what's happening. I
Look
like
at
the
Waller.
aesthetic.
Fucking Waller.
I like
the
the
Superman
Superman font.
logo.
That Superman
I like
font
what he
was really
said.
fucking good.
I like
It
what he
does.
said about
Wait, though,
Superman.
that legacy, that legacy thing, I'm hung up on it, though.
It's just a real
it's
quick
about-
fucking mock-up of these stupid things.
No,
I don't
no,
think
it's
they're gonna
the
be all
word
of this.
legacy.
Word art.
The word legacy means we're building up to kill Superman again and replace him with somebody else.
There's-
They
I'm
showed
thinking
All-Star
that's what it's gonna be
Superman.
about.
That's the one thing they showed. Not to spoil the end, but the way they make it sound with Supergirl, he'll be training her up, and then they'll kill Superman again. I just
Right,
like
that's the problem.
I know
have
it
with-
sounds
with that.
crazy,
Yeah.
but have you watched everything from fucking Hollywood over the last
Yeah.
5 years?
Yep.
And-
So for me, there's a lot of stuff in there that looks like I think legacy means it, hopefully, if this is what it is, it's
A
about
Superman
his
family. Well, it could
His
be a
father's
Superman
setting up
family.
his legacy. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's like good and bad.
Like-
It's like half of it sounds pretty good, and I like what they're kind of trying to refocus Superman about being about truth, justice, the American way, that kind of stuff. What he said about Superman was great. I like bringing in Robin. I don't know about
Please.
Damian Wayne though, but like at least if that means we better
It's a
fucking
good
get
storyline.
Nightwing. We better fucking get Nightwing. If we don't, I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
Well,
They skip all that. But then we also have like the Authority, and then
All right, can we talk about the
Waller
Authority?
stuff and like
Oh,
all
yes,
this
we
stuff
can
that
talk
doesn't
about
need
the
to be
Authority.
there.
The Authority, like, I actually like the comic book. It is so out of place for the mainstream DC
For
cinematic.
the
Yep.
first phase,
Like,
chapter
the-
one, no.
They want to do the boys with it. The Authority, like, is super violent, right? But
Yeah.
it doesn't go as far as the boys. Like in the boys, Homelander kills people when he climaxes, right? Like the
Yeah.
boys go really far, and they want to. But the Authority doesn't go that far, but it's super violent. But it sounds like they want to turn the Authority into the boys and make it
So
super gross.
So it's only gonna be
the Authority
lesser
came
boys.
out in the early aughts. So it was during that time where everybody was doing a knockoff of the Justice League, doing the Dark Superman shit. It was just done over and over again with Irredeemable, Supreme Power, where Marvel brought in Squadron Supreme. These were all good books, by the way. They're all pretty good.
Yeah.
And like, I am just going off the top of my head. There is like 10 of them that they did during this time. It was very trendy at the time. So I
Like
agree
now.
with you, Shad. This is their boys' light.
Yeah,
And it doesn't
what's
belong in the
frustrating-
first chapter.
Exactly. The Authority,
Yeah.
they
Right.
are like
Yeah.
exploding people's skulls. Or I forget the guy's name, who's based off of Superman. He just
Apollo.
can emanate, Apollo, right? He can just emanate like solar energy and burn people to death, and he
So,
does it. Like
The
to have
reason
him in
it's
the same
here,
universe
Chad,
is-
Apollo and Midnighter are
Okay.
they get married. They're so before you establish
Batman and Superman, get
Superman,
married.
you have a Batman and Superman knockoff and a Justice League knockoff.
It's
See,
just,
it's like,
it's
I
so
want to be
out of-
positive
like,
about this. Damn it! Like fuck.
If they want to, like, the Authority could be really good, but it needs to be in its own universe.
Yeah,
to
it
have
does.
them who are just like wholesale slaughtering the bad guys, like they explode them, rip apart. It's so vile in the same universe as wholesome Superman who doesn't kill.
Now,
Well,
is
like-
it a movie or is it a show? or
Okay,
is it
so
like a cartoon? What is the?
no, it's
Movie.
supposed to be a movie.
It's a
and
movie.
here's
A
here's
movie?
wait, here's where it doesn't make sense. The biggest
Stupid.
criticism of the Snyderverse was they were doing everything backwards. Well, they're doing everything backwards here.
Yeah,
You got
they're
this
doing it
big
again.
violent team. Like Authority would, if you want to introduce them into the DC universe that you're relaunching, it's like chapter 4 or 5.
To me, Superman would have a big issue with how the Authority just wholesale slaughter. And one of the whole things about the Authority in the very first arc is that, like, I've had enough. We're going to actually intervene in other countries, and they go into other countries and slaughter and kill the leaders and stuff like that. And they want to be superheroes and almost police the whole world. And they go over, they purposely step over lines that traditional superheroes wouldn't do. And so if you're going to put that in the universe where they're appearing with Superman in it, holy crap, that's like Civil War type of
And this
build
is-
up. And it's like,
The way they
How-
have this
how are
set
you
up, it looks like it's
opening
like
with
the second movie that comes out.
It is.
So Superman Legacy,
bizarre.
Yeah.
Truth, Justice, the American Way, back to tradition, having a Superman back, and then the Authority is your second movie, and then
it's
Batman. That's what's
so
like,
out
it's
of
like,
place. It does
there's
not fit.
great ideas in here, but it's also more than half of it is red flags,
Yeah,
and I
Authority.
hate this.
I would be like, Authority needs to be in the Elseworld universe that they're talking about. It needs to be
Yeah, yeah.
outside of the Superman universe, and then they could do something really interesting because the Authority is pretty badass, right? It's got some like I enjoyed the comic book, and but the fact that they want to force it together, it just means that they understand the universe they're working in and the characters.
James
Seems-
Gunn really likes Grant Morrison and Warren Ellis. They had a lot of, well, they're not going to mention Warren Ellis's name because of his recent troubles of having sex with women. That,
Having
consensual sex with
Oh,
women.
man.
Yes.
Why?
Yes, apparently that's a big
Who
problem
thought
now.
shagging Warren Ellis and having him dump his load inside of them would suddenly make them great writers? But
Yeah.
no.
And when they
Talent-
weren't, they
talent
were
doesn't
like,
work
hey,
like that."
I wasn't a great writer after I had sex with Warren Ellis. What the fuck's going on? And then they canceled him, you know. But
Why
they're
didn't
going to be
he
using his
push
work, no problem. And Grant Morrison's the same thing. It's still in the deconstruction phase with Batman and Robin that they're basing it on. And again, I saw All-Star Superman, so I can't help but think that they might use some All-Star Superman. I don't know.
This whole slate should just be Superman, Batman, Green Lanterns. That's it. I like Swamp Thing. I like the Creature Commandos. That sounds cool too. But like to focus on all this stuff and make it all like a shotgun of content, like simplify this shit. Go look, we're making Superman. That's what we're focusing on. I like the things that they're saying outside of this where they're like, we're focusing on writing and we're not going to write the script halfway through production and all this stuff. That's great. That's great. That's great. But what I'm seeing the same thing that Marvel is doing. They're going, we need content, make content. Like, just focus on Superman, focus on Batman and those things, then move forward.
When Marvel did their slate, when they started off with, I mean, they had rights issues with other properties, so they started off with Iron Man. Iron Man was still, even though it wasn't an A-lister, it was a B-lister, still very recognizable. Captain America, very recognizable brand. You've got the Authority. 90% of people won't know what on earth that is. Plus 90%, they won't have a clue. Swamp Thing, they won't have a clue. Brave and the Bold, bringing Damian Wayne in. Most people won't know who Damian Wayne is.
Yeah,
True.
As a Robin. And you've gone through Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, Duke, Stephanie Brown before you even get to goddamn Damian Wayne.
Yeah, and then you got to, figure out how to like tell his story quickly. Like, why is he there? Why is he Batman's son?
There needs to be like context to why he is there. There's like a whole history there that you're just jumping right to the end.
To me, it's madness. But all we heard from James Gunn was, "This is my favorite. This is my favorite. That." And this just sounded like this is what I want to do. Fuck everyone else. This looks to me on paper, like looking at that. To me, that looks like a fucking mess. An absolute mess.
And he said this is part of chapter 1.
Oh,
this is only part of
Yeah.
chapter 1. So, like, dude, there's more in chapter 1. This is going to be so confusing.
There to give his wife a job. That's it.
Yeah.
Creature Commandos, no fucking idea, because that's going to be in World War II. Waller, what? Fucking stop wasting my fucking time.
How are they going to make Waller interesting? I have no idea.
Yeah,
She's going to fight racism. She's going to fight
Man,
racism.
dude.
The booster gold there just to me looks like fucking Ironheart. It's a phase 5 fucking disaster. Nobody knows who Booster Gold is outside of a niche comic audience.
I guess Waller's going to be one of the greatest television shows ever, and I don't think
No,
you guys
Paradise
understand.
Lost.
It's
Dude,
gonna
Paradise
cure
Lost.
racism.
The all-female Game of Thrones. That's
Oh, that one too, dude.
Waller, there's going to be a situation where
gosh,
5 black police officers kill a black man. Waller's going to investigate it, and she's going to determine that white supremacy calls to all of it. And you're all going to apologize for second guessing this.
You're gonna have Superman
series.
go beat up those cops.
And yeah, and that Supergirl is
go
based
kneel
on
on their
Tom
necks.
fucking King's. Tom King, destroyer of Batman, destroyer of the JLA, fucking Tom King.
So that writer's room, man, outside of Drew Goddard is shit. It
Wipe
is.
the rest of them.
Writers
Wipe
of
the rest of them.
writer of Birds of Prey, writer
Writer
of
that
Watchmen,
cancelled
Tom
Batgirl.
King, and writer of freaking Moon Knight and Fantastic Four, Fan Four Stick. Good God. It
Really? Those are the
always goes
writers?
back.
Yes,
It
those are
always
the
goes
writers'
back.
room that he got together. That's
Talk
the writers'
about
room he got.
failing
Warner Brothers
upwards.
is stupid. They are dumb. They don't realize how to manage their own shit, and they just keep doing
And
it.
they never have.
They keep fucking up over and over and over, and it's like I can't anymore, dude.
When
I just want
Begins
to
and
watch a
ends
good
with-
Batman movie. Damn
Razor
it.
It
Fist was
begins and
right.
ends
When
with
they did
Superman.
something good, it was an accident. It was a pure accident.
Oh, oops, we got Christopher Nolan. He made a really good Batman. Oops.
Yep.
Yeah.
We don't care
Oops,
about
I
this
mean,
Joker
it's
movie.
overlap. Oops. Lord of the Rings exists.
Yeah, I mean, like, so we're getting the Batman 2. And I
Yeah.
guess that's part of all of this. So
Yeah.
that is the Batman moving forward, right? Robert
No.
Pattinson
No.
is the
Batman.
No,
No,
that's an
not-
Elseworlds Batman, so it
Jesus
could be rated
Christ.
R.
This is so
the next
fucking
time around.
retarded.
It's,
Like, it's just so
It's-
stupid. There's
it's
so
bad.
many.
That Brave and the
It's
Bold
bad.
is going to have a new
Yeah, it's
Batman
a
in it.
new
not
Batman.
Robert
No, it
Pattinson.
just confuses things even more. I don't
Well,
know.
Elliot
man.
Page is Batman and Timothy Chalamet is Superman.
I
Can't
keep
wait.
up with this shit and I'm confused. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck. It makes no sense.
And there's still a place for Aquaman and Wonder Woman and like, dude, just if you're gonna wipe the slate, if you're gonna get rid of Henry Cavill, get rid of all of them. I know a lot of people love that, and I wish that team could stay. That would be great. Warner Brothers has fucked up the DC universe over and over and over.
Yeah, you
and
just
over.
can't restart it
You
this
can't
much and
keep- you
expect
gotta
people to
wipe the
come
whole
back.
slate.
Yep.
Again, it goes back to that I've said this a million times. Warner Brothers is pretending like they have to follow Marvel's lead.
Yeah.
You have Batman and Superman. Everybody else should be following your fucking
Yep.
lead. You shouldn't worry about anyone else. You have the 2 most iconic characters ever.
Yep.
Period. They are the icons. Even as bad as you've treated them over the last several, a decade, I guess,
Well,
they're still the
The
icons.
only
and they
character that
always will
competes
be.
with them, Marvel doesn't own the
Spider-Man.
rights to.
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
exactly.
So,
Yeah.
That's why you focus on the 2.
Yeah.
You just say, okay, look, we'll set up this other stuff. If we nail Superman and Batman, we got
shit,
it. We
just
got
nail
gold.
Superman. Okay, just
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
all you need to do.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do that.
Movie number 1, Superman. Movie number 2, Batman. Movie number 3, Wonder Woman. Movie
Yep.
number 4, Green Lantern.
Yep.
Movie number 5 could be Flash. It could be Martian Manhunter. It could be something along those lines. But that's what the first 4 movies should have
Right.
been.
Yep.
Yeah.
Establish your Trinity.
You add lanterns at the end to start setting up something else like Darkseid or something like that. But in the beginning, it's none of that. You're not setting up shit. You're not setting all this shit up. You're not trying to connect it. It's just Superman movie, Batman movie, Wonder Woman movie.
I know there's a difference in video games and movies, but why were the Arkham games so great? Was it because there was this big announcement and we're going to do no, they just came out with a great fucking game centered around Batman.
They've had
Batman
a template.
Has had a lot of games.
They've had a template for 20 years now. It's called Batman the Animated Series and Justice League the Animated Series and Superman the Animated Series and Justice League Unlimited. There's your template. What was that? Melanie, you were going to say something?
Oh, I was just gonna say Waller Conda forever is gonna give him a run for their money.
It's gonna come in like that.
Okay,
They're gonna have it's gonna be a W.
That joke was almost to like we've only got a quarter black Garrett here to offset that we're not racist. So
we're still on Twitter. Hi, Twitter.
Yeah, and so we're good, but it's close.
Nerdrotic.com. Please subscribe.
Hey, if you like what we do here at Nerdrotic Daily, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you could do that with your favorite YouTuber as well, I'm sure they would appreciate it as much as I do.